Get ready to be seen here, there, and every freaking where. Welcome to the AI and Chill podcast with your host, CoachDeb.
Aloha, CoachDeb here, host of the AI and Chill Show. We are live every Tuesday at 2. So if you're here live with me, welcome, welcome. Let me know where you are joining in from and what app you're watching the stream from, because this is the show that if you were to tell me I had to delete or get rid of every other app except one, it would be this one, the one I'm using right now to stream to multiple platforms, as well as literally run the entire podcast from my home studio without a producer. So this series we've been doing for the past 2 to 3 weeks, it will continue to 4 or 5 weeks, including when I'm in Italy. I have a pre-recorded video for you to watch, and it's literally a deep dive of the app that I'm revealing today. And it's literally a game changer. I've been using it for a good 6-7 years. So it's not a new app. And this past year, so they were bought out. It was started by Gage. It's called StreamYard. And he started it. He was Canadian. He's this young guy in his 20s. He started this whole app. It was incredible. And then it got bought out. So congratulations, Gage. Congratulations, Gage. Proud of you. Exciting. And the company that bought it was Bending Spoons, has added so many more features. And the awesome thing, I'll put in my affiliate link, the tribe that is part of the people, like I think thousands of people. We've done so many streams since this started. I've been a professional producer, getting a lot of money to produce people's show. And now I'm showing you how you could do it, where you can fire me. That's the series. It's fire your producer and get your show done faster, easier, and cheaper. Also, way more fun than ever before. But we've been doing this for many, many years, and it's virtually glitch free. We did a 2-week-long, 24-hour, 24/7, again, for 2 weeks using this platform, StreamYard, and it had 0 glitches. So I'm impressed. And you know, anything that's tech, anything online, you know, it's there are glitches. By the way, I would even replace Zoom, which that's probably the second app I've ever used that's pretty much glitch free. The only time I think I ever had a glitch, whether it's StreamYard or Zoom, was when Wi-Fi was down for the world, right? You've been there. You go to, do you use Zoom and you're like, what? And it's because, the server is down. So it's not really the software's problem or fault, right? So StreamYard, I'm going to cover that today. We're going to go over a few things. And then if you are on my mailing list, if you're not, it's aichillify.com. But if you are, you'll get the show notes. And also we have 3 blogs being published every week. We've now automated that task. We're writing it ourselves, but yet Claude is helping us spin it and actually publish it and do all the things, saves it to a folder. OMG. That'll be the next series. We'll talk about how to automate your business using all of these AI apps. But if I had to get rid of everything, other than Claude, obviously, not the LLM, but if I had to get rid of video editing apps like Zoom, like Captions, like CapCut, like Opus even, which if you've been following me for any time, it's one of my favorite apps, Opus. I would even get rid of Opus, or I could get rid of Opus and just use StreamYard, because it now clips your videos. So it clips your long form. So, I'm famous for doing speeches around the world, talking about how you could do one podcast, one video, and turn it into 30 pieces of content and have a month's worth of content from your one video. And that's because we use things like this, StreamYard and Opus combined. But you could even get rid of Opus if you just use StreamYard. So I'm going to give you a quick overview here while we're live, but then I'm going to encourage you to get the show notes, get the blog. So again, aichillify.com. You can sign up to get the emails and the blogs. Up until now, people were on my list and never really heard from me. And now with Claude's help and a team of about 10 to 15 agents, again, 0 employees, 0 humans, we're able to get a lot more helpful content for you to be able to do videos faster, easier, and more fun. And cheap. This is maybe $29 a month. I think it's actually less, but I like to overshoot in case they've got the deals. But this app has gone up a little bit. But again, if you click on the link in the YouTube, the description, you can click on that. You get a deal. You get, I believe, a week free to try it out. And by the way, you can actually use the app free forever. Yes, you can use StreamYard free forever. You're just limited with some of the features. And instead of having your own, so like this is my own little AI Chillify logo, that little C with the play button in the middle. It's nice and subtle, but it's like a watermark bug. Instead of that, it would be the little duck logo, which is StreamYard's logo. But it's like being sponsored. So cool. So that, and then you can only stream to one platform at a time, which is cool. I'd recommend YouTube. So right now we're streaming to multiple platforms at the same time using StreamYard. So it's a repurposer, it's a clip generator, it's a let's see, let me go over here. It is a lower thirds creator and producer, right? So all we have to do is click over here. And as you can see, I'm still looking at the camera and I'm just clicking through, going down my list. If you put them in order, as you create it, it's there and it'll disappear in 10 seconds. So you don't even have to unclick it. Or like you saw I was doing, I was just clicking. If you click to another one, it removes whatever's there and shows the new one. And then it goes away in 10 seconds automatically. So again, no producer behind the scenes. So again, you can fire your producer. You can do all of this yourself. Now, here's the cool thing. If you do want a producer, so you don't have to focus on this, or when people are putting comments in YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever, it comes in through another tab, and you could have a producer in another state, in another country, clicking all of these lower thirds for you, switching camera angles for you, bringing on guests for you, show your screen, which we're about to do in a moment. It's going to be a little meta because you're going to see StreamYard, all for you. And they could do it virtually. So I have a client in Florida and I produce for her, and I'm in California. Sometimes I'm in Florida, but other times when I'm not, I can literally just log on anytime she's on and I can produce the show for her. I can type lower thirds instantly at the same time for her. So as things are going on, in the show live, I could literally be typing the lower third, pop it up, and voila, it's done. So I'm just going to click over here. This little show comments on stage, if you see that, that's a new thing. And if I untoggle it, it goes away. So that's a new, really cool feature. You can just do that. So if you're streaming on Twitch, if you're a gamer, or if you're just streaming there, you can literally have that flying by throughout your show. And by the way, the reason why you want to do that is because it encourages more people to get engaged with you and interact with you, especially when you are live. So they're typing in things because they get their 10 minutes of fame or 10 seconds of fame. In this case, right, they'll get to see their comment, and then the next comment comes in and the next comment comes in. So StreamYard, the one that I'm using right now, helps you do all of those things: increase engagement, increase comments, increase the interactivity, and also make it so super simple for the lower thirds and everything else. The other thing that it does, it helps you get your video done, up there, published with zero post-production editing. So when you get your video done, you don't have to do any editing afterwards, including your intro and outro. So right before, if you were here right at the beginning of the show, or if you're watching this on replay, all I had to do was hit go live, and the intro video played for me. And then I come live. It mutes you while it's on. So if you're talking to somebody, if you're doing whatever, you won't hear yourself on audio. And then the second the intro goes away, your audio mic comes on automatically and you start speaking. When I end the stream, there's a little red button over in the upper right column. When I click on that, again, you just have to program it. But once you do that, you hit end stream, bada boom, bada bing, the outro plays. Again, no post-production editing. So it's one of the reasons I love it. The other thing too is if you have to edit your own videos, a lot of times it either takes you so long. I mean, it's taken 40 hours at times to edit longer videos. So the whole week, and then by the time you get to publish it, it's like, oh, it's kind of old news. So the nice thing about going live and using StreamYard to do that is you could be in multiple places at once. It's like being syndicated on all of these different channels. But the other nice thing is you're not editing your own video. So you're not like, oh, you get critical of yourself, or, oh, I didn't like that, or I didn't like the way I looked, and I didn't like this, or, oh, I said this wrong. Like, you're just stuck with the flaws and the human nature of maybe you say like, or you have a filler word. It's okay. Now, it doesn't mean you can't edit it later, right? So some of the things we're doing is we're getting a long form video like this. So say we go 15 minutes or 30 minutes, we get that, we put it into the script, and we can easily strip out all of those filler words and then repurpose it for shorter form videos. Oh, and we're using the tiny to obspot. And every time I'm an Italian and I use hand gestures, that little L there zooms in, and then all you have to do is do another L and it zooms out. Cool thing about Tiny 2, I'm going to be a little bit away from the microphone. I'm afraid to touch it, but if I move around, it will follow me. So you eliminate the cameraman as well when you have the Tiny 2 obspot. Yeah, it's robotic. So it's doing everything for you. So I'm going to bring this microphone over here. It's literally following you. Now, if I wanted to stop following me and I want it to be static, I just put the 5 up here and the light turns green, and then I'm out of the shot, right? But if I want it to follow me, I just put the 5 up, it starts blinking, gives you a blue light, and then it follows me again. A little creepy stalker, but if you know of our neighbor situation, you know we're used to stalkers at this point. Okay, another subject for another day. Cheers. Thank you for joining me again. If you're here live with me, thank you for joining me live. Put a comment on, put a comment in and tell me the platform you're watching me from. So are you on Facebook? Are you on LinkedIn? Are you on Twitch? Are you on YouTube? Just let me know. So, okay. So cheers. I'm going to have a sip of water here. StreamYard. We will put the link in the YouTube description will always have the show notes, the link to the further show notes, and any links for any type of affiliate links like StreamYard here. Okay, so let me come over here. Deb. Hello, Deb Espinoza. YouTube. Love it. That's my favorite platform to stream on. See, we're going to let that human flaw go there. And by the way, that's how you know I'm not the AI twin. Although, if you've been following me and listening to me or reading my blogs, I'm teaching you to teach your AI twin to make some mistakes so that when people are watching it, it feels much more natural than a perfect video. So one other thing too to mention is that when we start training our digital twin, and in this series, we're teaching you the apps to fire your producer and be able to produce more videos yourself, but also the next phase will be creating your own digital twin. And we're teaching you how to humanize it. Now, another thing that's going to be published in the next 4 weeks. So I am going to Italy for the first time ever. I'm very excited this month. So we're going live on Tuesdays at 2, but the week that I'm in Italy, or the 2 weeks that I'm in Italy, we'll be uploading a full tutorial about StreamYard. We actually took somebody and we literally created their entire show and the lower thirds and showed them how to use it, or showed her how to use it. We're getting that edited to kind of condense it because it was a good 90 minutes, but we'll have that published. So you'll learn how to do that. Thank you, Deb. I have a blast, she says, to Italy. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so super excited. But you'll see how to use StreamYard with those videos. And again, we can pre-schedule it using the apps that we've been revealing in this series. So it's very exciting. I love it. Again, StreamYard. I'm going to do a little trippy meta thing. I'm going to show you my screen so you can see StreamYard. Now, again, when I say meta, it's going to be because it's filming me and you're going to see picture in picture. You know how like those mirror effects when you go to like those like circus magic rooms, it's a little trippy, but I'm going to add that to the stage and you're going to see this. Now, another thing too, you can do this in StreamYard, or again, your producer can change the angle. So here you've got this big picture in picture, but say you want to be side by side and have, right, it's almost like picture in picture and show the graphics or show something that you have on screen, but yet you still want to connect with your audience. There's other features. So as you can see that, again, I'm going to go back over here. So it's a little, oh, see, that's kind of not as good. There we go. I'm going to remove this, add to stage. There we go, full screen. So here is where we're showing this, but see these little graphic buttons here? See where my mouse is right underneath this part here? That's where you're able to change the angles like that, like I just did, to have it slightly different. So if you notice this one, it's not as good, right? This one is a side by side if you had a person in it, but this is where if you had, again, picture in picture. And then down here, you just hit remove and it goes away. Well, it should go away. You hit that remove, it goes away. Now, I kind of had it off a little bit off, so it didn't right away. So you see this where, oh, here we go. See this where it says remove? When it's not there, it says add to stage. So the other nice thing is see this over here where it's empty. Say I had Deb on as, it's the Debs, and I had her on as a guest. I would just click on that here when she joined. And oh, Joe had a terrible experience of StreamYard. Tell me, because I have literally used this 24/7, never had a glitch. I've been using this for 7 years. So send me a DM, Joe, and tell me what your experience was, because I've literally never had a glitch. So yeah, so say we had Joe on or Deb on, we would click on this and we could have this side by side. And that's when we would use some of these graphics. Okay. So here you see the comments over here. So as they come in, you literally can go like this. You can hit show, again, what it says, the word show. There's Joe says, gotcha. Yeah. Tell me what your experience is. I have a direct connect to the owner of StreamYard. I love it. And I like to report anything. Like if there's ever any issue, I like to report it. So now we're just going to go over here just to give you a brief overview. Again, when I'm in Italy, we'll have this full tutorial where I take this, and it won't be this meta. It'll be, me and this other woman who joined us. But you've got comments up here, right? Then you go to banners. Banners are another word for lower thirds. It's your title. So, or the title of your show, the AI and Chill podcast. And as you go here, if you notice, all I have to do is hit click and it shows the next one. Otherwise, if you see this timer, it says 5, 4, and in 3 seconds, it's going to disappear. In 2 seconds, 1, poof, right? Hands free. It just goes away. So there's this little timer. You just click on that. And I recommend you just click on it, set it for 10 seconds. In the TV production world, that's about the time that you want to have a lower third show where someone can read it fully, comfortably. They're not like speed reading. And then it just simply goes away. And then you show another one. The reason why you do this is it adds visual interest. It also adds to perhaps a topic that you're talking about. And I produce for the tax magician. She's an accountant, but she's really a tax strategist. And there's things that she wants to map out, like the different codes and the different loopholes. So I like to type that down. And down here where it says create a banner, while I'm producing live for her, I just click on that. I start typing in here, blah, 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 hit enter. Now, obviously, those would be actual words, not JHTUG, da, 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 right? And then you hit hide and it goes away. So literally real time, as fast as you can type something, you can type it for the person you're producing for. It comes up here after you hit enter, you hit show, it shows up. Now, this one we didn't set a timer for, so you would have to hit hide. Or before you show it, just hit that little timer button. See how it turned into 10 seconds? You might have to have this full screen when you're watching this to see that. And then if you wanted to edit it, you just hit that little pencil and then you put real words on screen that are spelled right. You hit enter, and then now the timer is still there, right? We just changed the actual words. We hit show. There you go. And again, hands free in 5, 4, 3. It's going to go away. Now, I love this because I keep using my hands, and my OBSBot Tiny 2 is like, what do you want me to do? Okay, sorry. That's the Italian in me. Okay, so that's banners. That's lower thirds. So again, today for this live, by the way, thanks for joining us, Joe and Deb and anyone else who's here. Let me know. Let's see. Can't say it here. It'll interrupt you. Don't want to break your stride. Thanks, Joe. So sweet of you. But yeah, seriously, I'm happy to help with anything with StreamYard. It's literally my favorite app. It literally replaces at least 5 apps that we were using. Now, can you edit after? Sure. Can you use some of those apps that maybe are really specialized for that? Sure. But yeah, so here I'm just going to do a quick overview. And again, when I'm in Italy in about probably 2 weeks, it'll be an automated pre-recording. And once again, I can schedule that pre-record as though it's live. I'm just telling you ahead of time. It won't be, but you can actually schedule it. So I can be in Italy. I can leave my laptop home and I can pre-schedule 2 shows back to back using StreamYard. Now, the third little button over here are your media assets. So you upload your logo. That's what's showing up over here, right? This is Ageless Freedom for Becky Robbins. This is another app, right? So if you produce for clients, you can put multiple logos up here. And then based on the show, you would select what you're doing. And then here's placement. So you could go in the left, right? So say you want your logo on the left, you could do that. If you want it on the right, you could do that. So really all depends. And then you have your overlay. And again, just giving an overview here, video clips, this is the intro and outro. So you want to upload your intro to the show, upload your outro, and then over here on the left, when you set your scenes and when you set your show flow, up here will be the intro. That's already played. Now there's speaker review, group discussion, demo, right? And at the end is my outro already set to play. So those are the pre-programmed things you do ahead of time. Then over here, and you can loop it if you wanted. So say you have to take a restroom break, you could loop it. And you should always have like a 30-second or a minute video that just loops in case you ever need to take a break. You might need to sneeze. The doorbell rings, right? Things are happening. Kids are screaming, right? Whatever you need to do, you can handle your business. You just say una momento. You put it, you let it play. Best case scenario, you've uploaded something that's educational. Or it could be an ad to promote, say, a course that you're doing. Say we're doing the digital twin course in another month. That might be a promo. Hey, let's let you learn about the digital twin program right here. I'm going to take a quick break and you come back. And then these are all uploaded here. And there's a lot more that's done for you. And you can add them. So this one is like the stream starting soon, the countdown. And anytime I click any of these, it will mute me so you can have a discussion in your room or whatever, or people in the green room down here, right? Those are automatically. This is a lower third. I'm just going to click on that. Now, you probably didn't hear me when I said, right? It probably interrupted you because it should be muting you while you're playing it. So say you have a cool lower third or cool, real, nice graphic that you create outside of StreamYard, you just upload it to these video clips. And then see where it says more, we click on that. And these are all of these other things. So breaking news, this is the 60-second countdown time. A welcome, right? So we can go, here we go. We can click on this. Right, it's nice and cute. You can do all of these things pre-show or whenever. Background, you can change your background. So it doesn't have to be this black here. It could be a different background. Maybe it's your colors, right? Bring a little branding in there. So we had a veteran on. This was is a denim company. And this was his major graphic with the cowboy here, with the flag that he created in denim. So it's all branded to your client or you, right? If you're producing for someone or if you're producing for yourself. The other cool thing they've added recently are sounds. So you can add some applause, heartbeat, fast, drum rolls, right? And then you can also upload your own. So if you have your own soundtrack, we might do that. The one that was created with Suno, the AI app. It created the AI conversations at the bar for CoachDeb that should be on the YouTube channel if you want to listen to it. And there. So as people are, putting comments, you just go, you scroll up. Did you see that little bug? So we go, oh, someone put a comment in there. Okay, Joe, yes, send me a DM. Happy to help you with all things StreamYard. And then, there's the widgets here. Let's go over here. We did this in the promo, so you'll see how we did this. You can create your own awesome QR code, and then you hit that show and you see how it comes up here. So that's the AI Chillify one. So if you hold your phone up here, you can scan it and it will bring you directly to AI Chillify on your phone. It'll open up that browser and that will help you sign up for the email where the blogs, the show notes are coming out, the resources, and then letting you know when we're doing this show. Probably why Deb and Joe have showed up, because you probably did get the email. You're probably on the list. So thank you for joining. This is the Millions Bootcamp. So this is one of our course we did. It's the Mike to Millions Bootcamp, where we taught a group of entrepreneurs how to create their own podcast using the 5 apps that I love. And then it was supposed to be a 5-week. They had all these questions. It turned into 12. So now it's a course. So say you're promoting the course, you just click on that and you're like, hey, you can get it. And then, by the way, you can do a show. You can go up. I'm going to hide the comments. I can go into banners and I can say, hey, use this coupon code. And then I can show that down here, right? So again, you go back over here, media assets, style, widgets, and then hide. And then it goes away. So you have it maybe for only a little bit, or you could have it up the entire show. Okay. There's the subscribe to the AI and Chill podcast. So these are all the different ones that we have based on what we're talking about. So if you're not subscribed to the YouTube AI and Chill podcast, this if you hold your phone up, should bring you over to my YouTube channel, the CoachDeb YouTube channel. So you can do all these different things. Oh, and this was a G doc. I believe it's open to anyone for a presentation we were doing. It's getting you the Roy Kent effect, helping you to be here, there, and every freaking where. In case you haven't watched the popular series Ted Lasso on Apple TV, Roy Kent was basically the soccer player, and the chant was where, it's Roy Kent. He's here, he's there, he's every freaking where. Maybe it's not freaking because it's a British show, but we change it so it's PG-13. So that was just to get a G doc. So it's anything that you have a URL for, you can create a widget and have your own QR code. Notes is a new thing. If you haven't used StreamYard in a while, it's maybe 4 months ago, 6 months ago that it came out. I was so excited. I was in here with a client and they were like, oh my gosh, there's this new teleprompter feature. They call it notes, but as you can see, it's teleprompter. And you just basically type all your things or you copy paste it from wherever it is. And you just toggle that and you see where all of that is there. You push play and it'll start scrolling. We didn't write a lot, but you can see and get the concept. So what I like to do is, say you have a script that you want to do, say a 1-minute video. You can come in here and just record a video, put your script here in the teleprompter you've already created before, you paste it right there, bada boom, bada bing, you've got the teleprompter. So again, it eliminates the Elgato teleprompter widget or even the expensive extra large teleprompter that's over here. I could bring that in the scene. You don't even need that anymore. It's right here on screen. And what's nice is it'll be right here. So you could be looking in the camera and it's right in front of you. Okay. So that's awesome. People, if we did have guests in here, I can actually help tune in their audio when the people are there. So this is similar to another app that I didn't like because I did have lots of glitches on that one. So I stuck with StreamYard, but now it's added to that. So that's another thing. And then if you click over here, recording, again, you can upload local recordings. So say I wanted to, I almost hit that red button. Don't click this one. We used to, when we were producing this and we were teaching other producers, we put like this big Post-it note right over that. Like, don't touch this until you're ready to be finished. This is, I just wanted to remove that, not end stream. So again, you just remove that, it goes down and as you can see, it just goes at the bottom. So your people are at the bottom, your screens that you want to show at the bottom. Another thing that it added is the ability to add a second camera. So say you don't have an A10 mini and you have all these pro cameras that you're switching between, you can have an OBSBot Tiny 2 for sub $100. Another OBSBot, you can see it right there, that white one. If I move here, it'll follow me. There we go. That white one is another OBSBot. And I can have that wired in and I can just click add a second camera and then you get 2 angles. So say we wanted to do an over the shoulder view. Ellen, shout out to Ellen with her podcast. She does a lot of woodworking. So she could literally have an over the camera, like over the shoulder or literally overhead camera to show the work she's doing. And you can now do that with StreamYard. So we're going to have in about 2 weeks, stay tuned. It'll be when I'm in Italy. So we'll still be keeping that consistent Tuesday at 2. It will just be broadcast from StreamYard pre-recorded, but it will literally walk you through this. And again, we did this with another volunteer and we basically created a show for her. We clicked on some of this and it's a little bit better of a screen instead of this like very meta. And yeah, so that is my favorite app. In a couple of weeks, you'll see it even more in depth. And again, if you're like Joe, if you've ever had any questions about StreamYard, feel free to let me know. And then in YouTube, once this publishes, once we end the stream, I'll put the link. It'll be my affiliate link that gives you not only the hookup where you can get it for free and get it at a deal, but it also puts you in my tribe. So when you do have any issues, or if you want to request a feature, which is what we've done over time, like there's a lot of different features that we've asked for because literally we have so many people on their number one affiliate. There's a heavy weight. So yes, I get a nice fancy cup of coffee when you sign up. Thank you. But more importantly, it puts you in our tribe and we have the power of numbers. And when you want a feature, I can say, hey, one of my clients here that signed up for StreamYard really wants this feature. That's how we recently got the touch up your appearance that now eliminates the ability or the need for Zoom. So I had some clients that were like, no, I want to still record in Zoom because it makes me look prettier. Now StreamYard has that feature. Yay for all the ladies who are a little vain like this girl. And we want to bump up our appearance. Again, it just kind of smooths out our features, takes out some wrinkles or just tiredness, whatever it is, whenever we're filming. So that's really, really nice. And that's another added feature. So I love, 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 love StreamYard. I also love it because it's a repurposer and it can literally replace 5 of the apps. Some of them we've been talking about. If I were to say just get one, this would be it. So thanks for joining me. This was a nice quick overview. Hopefully we didn't go too fast, but you could always slow me down. By the way, I'm curious, you can put this in the comments. When you watch YouTube videos, like the pre-recorded, do you ever make it go faster? Like I often have it at 2 times, especially when I'm watching my peptide videos. I'm like, oh, you're talking so slow. So I'm curious if anyone does that, if it's 1.5 speed, 2 times, anyone watch it 3 times. And I'm curious if anyone ever bumps me up, or do you slow me down? Because I've been accused of talking very quickly. Sorry, I'm a Yankee originally from the East Coast, and I'm now in La Jolla, California, where I am AIing and chilling after the name of this podcast, AI and Chill, because we're getting our AI agents working for us so we can go chill, have a life, play with our kids, just enjoy our life. That's the whole theme of this show. Thanks for tuning in live or watching the pre-record. If you want to get notified when we go live or when we have other videos, just go to AIchillify.com and you can sign up. We're updating the freebie that's there now. We just recently rewrote my first book on social media marketing. It's let's see. Can it follow me? Let's see. Will it follow? Oh no, here we go. Let's see it'll follow me. Let's see. We're going to hit the 5 for the OBSBot to follow me. Here we go. Let's go over here. Yeah. That was the first book I wrote on social media marketing way back in 2006. Now that it's 2026, I asked Claude to help me update it, take anything that was dated in there. It's now 75 pages instead of 300 pages. You're welcome. And it's kind of like the condensed version. It's called Secrets of Online Persuasion. So that's updated. The second book I wrote, it was again another first book published on Twitter. And then the third was called Clubhouse, but I'm never really on Clubhouse. That was a 2020 thing. So if you took advantage of it, yay. If you know me, Coach Deb, you know I'm giving you that first mover's advantage. So this show will really be about giving you the first mover's advantage, how to use Claude, how to use OpenClaw, Hermes to start doing work for you. I recently wiped a computer clean, and now it's working for me 24/7 as my AI agent, aka my employee who never gets sick, who never complains, and works tirelessly after programming it. We'll be talking about that in this series as well. So that's a few things to stay tuned for. Again, teach your AI agent some flaws so people will think when your digital twin is doing it, it will also get some flub ups and flaws, and it'll feel like it's a real human. Now, here's the question. Was I AI human or am I the twin? Okay, I think you know the answer, but you can put it in the comment if you think I'm real human, real Coach Deb, or if I'm your twin. Again, thanks for watching. Mwah, aloha. I will see you next Tuesday at 2 Pacific.
Thanks for binging on another episode of AI and Chill podcast with your host, Coach Deb, and her inner circle of AI marketing masterminds. Remember to like this episode, share it with your business BFFs, and subscribe for the first mover advantage on the latest AI hacks with a little barbecue sauce.